All right, we're live. I am the industry, episode 22. I'm Billy Smalls, Billy the Kid. I'm here with,
Maury Ruger, man, from Compton, California, man. Well, I am the industry. What's going on, fam?
oh man, this is just we're honored to have you here, man. I just have a feeling, man. I have a feeling that you're about to blow. I don't know why, but hey,
I
man. First of
appreciate that,
all,
man.
yeah. Once I saw that video, man, the Stanford video. That's when I knew right there was gonna be something magic, man. Like your flow, the classic West Coast scenery, the vibe, all of that, man. You want to start off talking about that because that's really what's popping right now, what's buzzing under, around your name right now.
Right, right. It's something I visioned in prison, man. Just being out, being free, and back on Stanford, man. Somewhere I grew up, someplace I love. I just put it together when I came out, man. I talked about it so much, I had to come do it.
Those storytelling skills that you have, that seems to be like a hallmark, if you will, of like West Coast artists. Like you guys have stories for days.
Yeah.
I mean, this particular story though, like, is very vivid. Like you could, without the video, you can see what's going on. I mean, how did you said you put that together while in prison, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
How did that come together? I mean, is it like, are any of these details, factual, or is it just like, kind of a mesh of different true, fiction and non-fictional elements?
Everything is real, man. Everything is true. Everything is true. I just got back. It's been a little over 2 months since I've been back. So, but everything is real, man. Everything is what I've been through. That whole song, it's what it is.
I feel it, man. What do you have planned coming up? I mean, like I said, I was checking out, our little conversation prior to the interview. I was checking out your SoundCloud. You got a few hits that you just put up, and that
Right.
makes sense when you say you just got out. What do you have planned now? Are you working on a full EP or project?
Yeah, I'm working on a project right now. It'll be coming out soon. Maybe within the next few weeks. It's called Nobody Say. So
Nobody.
that's the new one that's coming out soon, man. And gonna follow up another one. Give y'all some more heat, man, in a little bit, man. Not too long.
I feel it. When did you start rapping? Like when did you know that you had the ability to rap? Because you
Uh,
can't rap. Like it's not mumble rap. It's nothing, like it's straight bars. Like how did you start?
um, I started when I was a freshman in high school, but I never really took it serious. I didn't really like the way I sounded on the mic. And it wasn't really my thing like that. I think I just did it because my friends did it. But
Okay.
some of my peoples, my relatives, G Weed, shout out to G Weed, my uncle, man, my relative Lil Zoe. Some people, my boy Big Dookie, man. Some people just pushed me, said I could do it, and I sat down for 2 years, and it ain't really too much else to do but work out and write, read. So I put it together in there, man, and
Man,
that's
when
what.
I that's crazy because when I listened to it, it felt like you had been rapping for a very long time. Like you don't sound like an amateur at all.
Yeah. It's
Like
some it's not easy, but it when you telling the truth, it make it kind of easier than coming up with lies.
yeah, that's true.
Writing about what you live about, it's not hard. It's
That's
the hardest part is probably making the truth rhyme.
There you go. Let's talk about some of your cosigns, man, because what's also giving you drive, what a lot of artists don't have, are these big names like Boogie. You got Kendrick. Like I was just checking out your IG, and you talked about an actual quote from Kendrick, who has faith in you and believes that you're the next artist to carry the torch for Compton. Like, explain kind of those cosigns. I mean, how did you meet Kendrick, or how do you even know those artists, Boogie and Kendrick?
Kendrick grew up in my neighborhood, man.
Oh,
Rosecrans Central, that area. Uh, he grew up over there, and I didn't grow up with him. He much older than I am, but he still come back and hang around with the same people he grew up with, and those are my older homies and stuff like that. So I met him again. I met him the first time was at his King Kunta video, and we went out with him and did that. And this most recent time was the video for Be Humble.
wow.
And
Okay.
we were there for that and got to get in that video and stuff like that. And that's when he gave me that when he told me, man. And Boogie is from my area, man. You know, on Stanford and all that. So I know Boogie, man, for a long time now. He cool cat, man.
That's what's up, man. Wow, that's a big deal, man. Like you pretty much like touched the magic log. Like I don't know if you've seen the Apollo, like no homo, but you know the you know the log at the Apollo when they rub it for good luck and they go out. Like,
Yeah.
pretty much in a sense is like that in a way. I don't know. That's a weird analogy, but nonetheless, man. Like speaking of Kendrick, I mean, have you heard the new album yet? That's like all the buzz.
And Kendrick is something crazy, man. Kendrick is something crazy. His whole aura, man, is deep. The way he rap, what he rap about. Kendrick that's a real artist, man. And if I could, be like him, but in my own way, yeah, I know I can make it, man, and do something big.
I think you got it, man. Definitely. Like, you know, so far you got a few write-ups on the video. What was the making of the video? You were right in your neighborhood, right? When you shot the video? All
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just seemed really like a natural environment. You know what I'm saying? Like for those of us who don't know, like I said, I already introduced, I said I'm from the Midwest. I don't know the layout of the West Coast. I had to Google, like I heard Rosecrans in like a bunch of hip hop records over the past 20, 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
What's so like okay, Rosecrans goes down. It's a long street. It goes through Compton though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Rosecrans goes some ways.
Now you gotta explain this geography for us because we don't know. Like it's easy when we think like people think like New York hip hop, we think like Brooklyn bound, like boom, you're there, you're in Brooklyn, you're in Queens, you're here, you're there. But like California, like the layout is different. So I don't know where I'm at. When I'm listening to the music, I'm trying to visualize like, okay, so where's Stanford at?
Well, I hang out on Stanford, man, but that's just one of the many that we all hang out on, man. But everywhere from El Segundo to Compton Boulevard and in between then is I hang out, man, from Central to Avalon, man. And that's my little area right there. Centennial High School, Tam's Burgers, everything like that. The McDonald's on the corner. Louisiana Fried Chicken on the corner on Central, all that type of stuff, man. I done been to all that, man. I love it. It's my hood. It's my area.
That's what's up, man. So explain what was your upbringing like? Since you're a new artist, we need to get introduced to you. We need to know who you are because I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more from you. So you say you just got out of prison, right?
Right.
I obviously hearing your records that you're, Pyru affiliated or, in the Pyru gang.
Right.
How did that work growing up? Did you just grow up and that's like your neighborhood and your set, or how did that all come about?
I kind of started in my dad's neighborhood, man. My dad is a Crip. I kind of grew up in his neighborhood. My dad was a in and out type of guy. Me and my mom was kind of just parted ways from over there, And she grew up in my neighborhood. And however she met my dad, that's what happened. But he left for a minute, and I started to go to daycare in the Campanella Park area, and there was no looking back after that. I kind of just fell in love, and I got family from there, so I kind of grew up under them, and they showed me the way, and this is it now.
I see. So like growing up in it, I mean, is like they're in a point of an official initiation, or is it like just by association, like that's like your family and your neighborhood, you automatically become, what I'm saying, in that gang? Like how does that work actually?
Some people grow up in it, where if you grow up in it, you kind of don't got to get sworn in, Some people sworn in it, some people are born in it, I'm more like a born in it type person. I didn't have to take an oath. My oath was there already. Like, this is it. This is what I wanted.
I see. Because there seems like a lot of misconceptions about it. Because I was out in the funny thing is I was out in California last year, and my homegirl was like, "Yeah, there's a lot of people talking about gangs and stuff. That stuff kind of died down. It's kind of corny now to hear people talking about this and that." I'm like, "Y'all really? They don't really bang like that no more?" She's like, "No, it's just kind of like a thematic piece that they throw out there because it's like that's what they're known for."
Right.
But when I hear your records, I'm hearing it almost sound like the early '90s.
I mean, gangbanging is it's a little watered down, man. It ain't what it used to be. I don't even think I caught the best of it, man. But it ain't really no best of it to it, man. As you get older, I'm only 22 years old, man, but it's not all what it's made up to be. You know, you just kind of want to get you some money after all that.
I feel
That's
it.
just that, man. And I got some people that's from my area that just push me in the right direction. We all just want some money, man, some legal money where we ain't got to take the risk no more.
I feel it. So, if someone's going to California, right? Just a
Right.
little on the lighter side, what parts don't they go to? If you're a
Um,
tour guy, if you're a tour guide, showing somebody around, where shouldn't they go?
I mean, I wouldn't come to LA, period. Like, you know, I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, so not talking like, you know, LA County, but I mean, it's gangs everywhere from LA to Compton to Hawthorne, Carson, Long Beach. You know, they everywhere. Wilmington, they everywhere. There's
Mm,
no place, you know, that you won't run into. You know, it's probably some places where you might not run into them. They might not be the deepest of hoods or something like that, but definitely, you know, you come to Compton, LA, you gonna run into somebody. Like you always in somebody area.
mm,
You know, it's
that's pretty.
always somebody area.
It's just like so many different stories, man. Like, well, I'm hearing it from actually somebody who's in there, grew up a native of the area. So I'll take your word for it. Yeah, man. So back to the music, and also more about your backstory too. So, how long did you serve in prison?
I did 2 years.
2 years. What was the charge?
Robbery.
Robbery. Okay. And I guess that goes back to the Stanford story.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
Stanford. I did a ride when I was 19 years old.
Wow. Wow. So you're already burnt out. I mean, you're still so young.
Yeah, I know. It's the life take a toll on you, man. You know, you get deep. You know, you get the running nights all crazy and no sleep, all type of crazy stuff, man. But eventually, man, you want something different. You want something better.
I feel it, man. That's natural, man. That's good that you have people like you said pushing you in the right direction. So it's definitely hard. It's definitely easy for you to stay out of the drama. I would
Right.
assume
Yeah.
because
Okay.
again, us outside looking in, we see a lot of the movies and stuff. So that's all we have to go on. We we
Yeah. Yeah.
don't be the minister societies, the boys in the hoods, and all those movies. And it's like,
Yeah.
once you get out of jail, it's like people pulling them back into the same issues. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that you have a different story. The reality of it is, a lot of people, you do have a positive push. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's all negative. That's what's up. What's your
And
writing process like? Like you said, you was in prison, and you know what I'm saying. You kind of started putting together how you write. Like right now, what is your writing process like?
as far as how I get it on paper,
Yeah, put your rhymes, put the bars together, and all of that.
I start with topics, man. I start with topics like so. My topic's gonna be the streets. I'm gonna put stories in it. Drugs. Either way, it's always gonna be a story. You know, whatever I write about, if it's about the cough syrup, you know, and the Percocets, then that's what I'm gonna write. You know, if it's about the streets and gangbanging, that's what I'm gonna write. You know, I try to kind of stay away from the gangbanging songs or whatever. Maybe every once in a while is cool, but that's not gonna get you no further than the streets because that's all you're talking about.
That's
But at the end of the day, that's where I come from. You know, and that might be the only type of people I appeal to. And if that is the fact, then that's cool with me because that's who I do it for, you know.
yeah.
So,
I
you
mean,
know,
I think you'll have a wider appeal because struggle is struggle. Like I didn't grow up in a gang banging environment, but at the same time, like I listen to Kendrick, I listen to Boogie, like that's one of my favorite rappers. I listen to his stories, like bring me in, even though I'm not, you know,
right,
when struggle is struggle, it's struggle. You know what
right.
I'm saying? So
It can reach a wide amount of people.
yeah, man. Like, so what how do you choose beats? Like, you have the classic West Coast sound, and I like that sound. Like, y'all have your own style. How do you pick beats? Who's giving you beats?
At this point, uh, anybody really at this point, because I don't have a set producer at the moment. You know, I kind of just got out and told some people like I want to rap. And they was like, okay, so where do we go from here? Uh, I don't know, you know. So my relative, he paid for all my studio time, and he pushed me. He texts me every day. Let's get in the studio today. Let's get in the studio today. And I just kind of go through some beats, and I don't know if I can kind of freestyle to it or something, or come up with something. As soon as I hear it, then I know that's the one. You know, if I'm sitting there listening to it for a minute and haven't thought of a way to how to come at it or come about it, then it's probably not the beat for me.
The reason I asked though is because, like I said, like I didn't know that you just started because, like, you're not, for one, the way you rap sounds like you've been doing it a while. Secondly, like the production is like is linear. Like it doesn't go like up and down. Like, you know, people do. Like I know you heard some like artists who give you out a mixtape and their sound is like all over the place. You
Right,
get a track from whatever, and it's kind of like confusing. You have like a very intent kind of direction with your sound already. That's what I get.
right. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely falls in line with like I hear a lot of YG. I hear a lot of Boogie, but it just fits the sound of what's going on out on the West Coast right now. So, I
Right,
mean, I like it. I think it's dope.
that's what
Um,
I'm going for, man. It's a lot of people want to be from Atlanta, bro. And Atlanta rap is cool. Don't get me wrong, but we can't do that over here. You know, we don't necessarily got a feud with them or nothing, but we ain't got to rap like them.
no, please don't. I mean, no offense to the
Yeah,
South, but
you
no,
know,
and that kind of brings me to the next topic. I mean, as far as artists, I mean, I feel like being on the West Coast as a rapper is like a very historic moment right now. You don't want to be anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially with all this buzz. Every time I look on my timeline, I'm seeing damn like everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, but as far what is your take? Because you kind of already chimed in on it, so we might as well. What is your take on the current state of like music? Do you like where it's at right now, or
I think music right now is real simple. It's simple, you know. People don't really say too much. You know what I'm saying? It's always like it's just not. It's simple. That's probably the only word for it. Not too
mm,
many people are really talking about something. You know, they just talk. Well, I mean, they talk about what they have, and that's cool too. You know, you can talk about that, but I don't think every song. You kind of you try to touch different types of people.
right,
And
right?
that's what I'm going for. I want different crowds of people to feel my music. You know,
I
you can't take somebody from Beverly Hills and expect them to like the shit you talking about from Compton. You know what I'm saying? They don't know nothing about it. It might sound good, but they don't know. But I want to rap about what they know. You know what I'm saying? But I got to experience it first. So I'm going to get there.
I think what plays not to jump off subject because I did have more questions about like I don't know if, I'm sure you heard of the term mumble rap,
Right.
and I mean that pretty much that's what I think you're talking about too. Um, you know, but I mean before I even jump off on this next tangent, is there anybody that you do like outside of the West Coast as far as rap?
Let me think, man. I ain't really up on too much music nowadays, but I do like the Detroit rappers. I Swear Vezo, I believe I think he incarcerated right now, so free him. But Peasy, T Grizzly, those some people, from Detroit that I've been listening to recently, and I like their style of music. They tell stories. They talking that shit, man. I like that. They
Okay.
don't they don't just like jump around and the whole song is not about a diamond. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel you. Definitely, because I came from an era as well where you want when you listen to a song, you want to take something away from it that helps you on your daily struggle or something to think about later. You know,
Right.
like you said, the simplicity of it is a little bit frustrating. But jumping back because I did, man, I did have a question too, more about like where you are. Like, what do you think about gang culture in hip hop? Because part of that's what's making the West Coast so popular. Like everybody
Right.
as all everyone's a blood, everyone's a crib, everyone's whatever. I mean, what is your take on that? Because you already said, the reality of it is you don't want to live in that forever.
Right.
Someone coming from it. What is your take on that?
Well, I think that's what it is. I think people are starting to realize that they have talents. and their only talent is not just how hard they could press their hood. They found out that they could rap, and they probably knew the whole time, but it didn't mean too much because the streets had you. I think people just trying to put themselves, their family, and their homies in a better situation where they don't got to do the same things. We've been doing it for years. I've been around since I was about 12. I was smoking weed at 12. By the time I was 14, I could roll and face a blunt, and I was popping ecstasy. But so you just you want to put yourself in a better. I mean, that's what it is for me. I want to see my homies in a better situation, my moms and everything like that. And we ain't gotta put our whole check up for the bills no more, nothing like that. That's what.
I guess more specifically, my question is, I know you've heard something about Soulja Boy and Chris Brown and this whole thing. I don't know if you saw that there was a YouTube video out where like Soulja Boy ended up going to what's the set? The Pyru. Yeah, okay, the video. And like he's over there, like, yeah, I'm out here down with, and then there's people who actually from the set later on. You laugh, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, this
talking about, man.
Yeah, this whole celebrity thing is like kind of watering down the culture for people who really lost their lives and really struggled through that. I mean, how do you feel about the fakeness of gang culture in hip hop?
I'm not with it, man. I ain't with it because I feel like they using my city for publicity, man. And they don't really know what go on right there. And, I don't know what's going on. They might be getting taxed, or whatever. I don't know how they work, over there, but where I'm from, man, we not our hood ain't for sale, you know what I'm saying? We don't need the money. We don't need, I want to put my homies in a better situation. Ain't nobody gonna tax me or nothing like that. But I feel like they just doing it for publicity, man.
Yeah. That's crazy because I was going to ask you, like, how does that work? So I guess it's just certain neighborhoods where OGs just pretty much allow them to pay their way into the set.
Pretty much.
Wow. Wow.
What it is, man. Because it's like that's what Chris Brown is from, like Virginia or something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he probably never came to Compton until he got the money. But I mean, no disrespect towards neither one of them, man. They good. I don't know about Soulja, but I don't really do his music or nothing. But Chris Brown got some music, great artist, but and I don't know what made him come to Compton and want to gangbang, but I don't know if he think it's worth it or whatever he think, man. But it's too late, man. It's 2017 now, fam.
And that's the big question because that's an intriguing, like, I've heard all types of different perspectives. One was a lot of people don't know what it's like to actually have money and be a multimillionaire where you have so much money. Like when you're broke, you can't do shit. When you have a bunch of money, you can't do anything because you go out somewhere and people are like, oh, that's so-and-so. They got money. They got this. So there's like restrictions on how they move. So feeling like they're in a gang is like giving them the ultimate like protection. They can feel like they can go anywhere they want to.
Yeah, that might have a lot to do with it too. Man.
I've heard that perspective because a lot of like a lot of the Vlad TV interviews, Vlad like interview a lot of the older like artists and people who were actually in gangs back in the day, and they're like puzzled as well. Like I don't know why you have millions of dollars and they want to go back, and represent something that's
it's going backwards.
It is
going backwards, but that just show you that I don't know how Virginia is, but maybe it's not how it is in Compton. Maybe, I don't know. Something is appealing. Maybe he see the same thing I seen when I was a kid in the game. Maybe the same thing that I saw, the thrill of the danger of wanting just to be a part of it and all that. Maybe he sees that. It's just at an older age, I guess. I mean, that's all I could think of. I don't see why you would want to go backwards like that.
I see. So back to some more music too. So with this new EP, do you know how many tracks are going to be on there yet?
This maybe like 10, man. 10, 11, something like that.
Okay. All original beats from just people giving you beats or like any like
every beat is somebody else's.
Okay. Okay.
Somebody else's, man. I'm just nobody's safe. That's where I'm coming, man.
No lie.
I'm barging in here, man. I'm not taking no for an answer.
I
You,
feel it, man. And you said when can we expect that?
uh, I say a few weeks.
Oh wow, okay. Okay, a few weeks. All right. All right. Now, seeing that the man of the hour right now is Kendrick Lamar, what's your favorite track off that album?
Man, I don't, I don't think I got a favorite, man.
Yeah.
No, it's something you could play all the way through, and that's what I like about his albums. You don't have to skip nothing. You know, you could just play it all the way through, and it's hot the whole way.
You have to because it's like they're like stories, it like all interconnect. I think
Exactly.
I've seen a lot of buzz going off about the Duckworth joint.
Uh-huh.
The, the last track on there, I think Ninth Wonder produced that one. Everyone's talking about like the way he chooses beats, like the changing of like the instrumentation. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. It's always changing, man. He different, man. His producer is different, and it's they got a cold collab going, man.
Do you
They got
think
a cold collab.
do you it's still early for you though, but I just want to ask, do you have like any kind of like winks at you from like TDE or like any major labels right now or
Not at the moment, but the other night, man, I was sitting in my uncle G Weed house, man, about maybe 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and Swiss Beats commented on my picture, you know, talking about how, you know, he liked the song and to keep it going, and it, you know, and they need me in the rap game type of deal. And that was crazy, man, for me, man, because I think that was I had dropped the video, and I think he did that the next day, either the same day or the next day, man. He got at me, and that was big for me, man, because it haven't been that long, you know. I just got out. I just started, you know, really like putting everything I got into this music, and I got that feedback, and there's people out here that's been doing this for years, you know, and that's what it made me think about the social media and how it's cool that you could do that, because I doubt I ever come across Swiss Beats a day in my life, you know. For him to just have a way on social media and me to get back at him, that's cool.
that's what I'm saying, and that's the thing that caught my ear. It's like, oh man, how long has this guy been out? Like,
Yeah,
cause you, it sounds that's crazy. He's like you've been doing it for a while. Like
yeah, man.
now, as far as visuals, like, do you have any other videos coming out this year for us? Or?
Yeah, I do, man. I got one on the way soon. It's all, you know, it's already in the works and pretty much finished up. Just about just timing, man. I'm just trying to time it right. Trying to time it right, man. So where the people don't get bored, but I
Yeah,
still stay relevant, you know?
let it settle in from the Stanford video, man, because
Right.
that's still buzzing. So that's what's up, man. So all right, well that's cool. With I don't know. I kind of foresee you doing it, probably being on a feature with on a Kendrick album or a next Boogie joint. You know, definitely I'm gonna be listening out for that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's only time will tell, man. Only
Only
time
time.
will tell.
Is there anybody else like that? Oh, if you have to pick like one person you wanted to collaborate with right now, who would it be?
Uh, right now, that's deep. Um, I would probably have to say Kendrick, man.
Kendrick. All right.
Man, his feel, I feel like he'll bring the best out in me. You know,
Yeah.
for him, if he sent me a song, or I would feel like I would have my verse had to be perfect. You know, because I mean, you don't want to say it, but he's a better rapper. Period. You know, so it'll make me, you know, I don't want nobody on my song, or even if I'm on his song, I don't want his verse to be better than mine.
Yeah.
I would keep going back to the drawing board, but Kendrick, that's who I would, you know, that's who I would make a song with, man.
Wow. All right. Yeah. I mean, that seems like the obvious choice. You know what I'm saying? But you know, since you're right there and you grew up and seen all of that. So you said, and I didn't catch all of this earlier on, but I just really have to nail this point home. You were in the Humble video, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay. All right. We were talking about that earlier. We were trying to set up the interview. and management was like, "Was he in the video?" And I was like, because I saw the post where you have quoted Kendrick saying, "Keep doing what you're doing." I was
Right.
like, "No, I don't think he was in the video, but he knows him." So I just wanted to make sure that was clear that we
Yeah,
know you were in the video. So
yeah, I was there for that, man. And that was a cool experience in itself. I
how
was,
how was it being on set?
um, it just, you know, it humbled me. You know what I'm saying? It just, it gave me more of a dream, you know, to just keep chasing it. Cause, you know, he was a kid just like me in Compton. You know what I'm saying? Just grew up in the same area. He found a way and he chased it and he went for it and look where he at.
Sure.
I don't understand why I couldn't do it.
There you go. No, man, this is the perfect time for you. So, I did want to ask a few more things before we wrapped up talking about the music video there. And you did talk about you wanted if you had to work with anybody right now, it would be Kendrick. Um, one of the things I did want to ask, wow, there's so many things, man, because we want to cram it all in. Because I don't know, I just have a feeling. I keep saying that I have a feeling, man. Like you're about to be a name everybody will know soon. Um, but anyway, what old school artists inspire you? Like if you had to pick an old school artist.
Old school, huh?
Yeah, like from like the golden era, like the 90s.
Well, I like Tupac storytelling,
Hmm.
and Biggie had that same thing. You know, I like the stories they told. You know, it's that's kind of where I get it from a little bit. You know, it's
Okay.
all I like to tell my story. I got so much to tell. I got so much to talk about. You
Yeah,
know,
man. I went through those tracks, like the other stuff. I'm like, wait, what? That's a
yeah,
crazy lifestyle. You had to just be 22 though. Like
yeah,
that's insane.
yeah, man. It's just a story, man. And that's why I just want to put my story out there and in a decent amount of parts, you know. But that's what it is, man. I like the storytell, you know.
Okay.
Uh, I know that's kind of a West Coast thing, you know, because that's mainly what we go through. Different stories, you know,
Yeah.
and they always crazy because the neighborhood always crazy.
Yeah. I did notice that once I started listening to you, I was like, man, all these West Coast rappers, the stories never end. Like, there's just story after story. I mean, they all have like kind of the same premise, but there's always these interesting twists and turns because you're always dealing with different personalities. You know what I'm saying? Like different from a different perspective. So I don't think those tales can ever get old. You know what I'm saying? You have like
Right.
your hyped up artists, like you was talking about, like Tupac. You have that type of personality. You have someone more low key, like a Snoop. You know what I'm saying? But they're all going through like these similar tales. So now
I
I
can't
don't.
think about Snoop either, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's one of your favorite rappers.
yeah, Snoop is yeah, that's a legend right there, man.
Definitely. What do you? Okay, all right. What do you think about people talking about Snoop not being really a credible member of his neighborhood? You know what I'm saying? Have you been hearing anything about that?
I haven't heard anything about it, but you know, I'm young, man, but from what I seen as a kid, it looked like the truth, man.
Oh,
You know, it's some people, you know, I came across some people and they say he really from over there, man. I don't see why he wouldn't be. Maybe you know, some people get jealous, man, and some people see when they make it, you know, they feel like they should give back, which I believe in too. But you know, he might not have gave back to that person. He might have spread that rumor saying he's not from where he from, and you know, that's how it gets. And you know, everybody is some people are selfish in their own little ways.
mhm.
So he could have just not gave that person $100 one day, and he went back and spread that rumor saying Snoop ain't from the hood.
Yeah, yeah. Because that's one of the like, it's like actual like I guess you would say OGs from Long Beach saying that he never really was a gang banger. You know what I'm saying? That he just started it with the music. The second count against him, they're saying is that he doesn't like you were saying, give back to the community like he should, like youth programs and stuff. They say he's not doing enough.
It's never enough for the people, man.
Yeah,
You know, I know Snoop, man. He got a football team, you know, stuff like that. So I feel like he giving back, man.
yeah.
like you giving back. Maybe just not in some people's, on their terms and conditions. They feel like it's always somebody should be doing more, more and more. That's how it gets, man. I guess this the life I'm trying to get into.
Yeah, I feel it. So, man, we're glad to have you here, man. Thank you for giving us this chance. Like, you're starting out, you know what I'm saying? We're starting out. So thank you for taking us seriously and giving us this chance, because we won't forget this, man. I'm telling you, we're going to hear more from you this year. No doubt.
This is my first interview, man. So I appreciate I am the industry, man.
Oh, my gosh, man. Yo, that's definitely a big deal, man. I hope it was definitely worth your while, just anything you want to let the people know, man. Like, shout out to a special lady, whatever you want to do.
Man, I just want to first of all, I want to shout out I am the industry, man, for this opportunity, man. It's cool as as my first time artist, and my first interview, man. That's what's up, man. I appreciate that, dog. Man, my relative Lil Zoe, it's like my brother / manager / everything, all of the above, man. My uncle G Weed, man, my mom, of course, she think I'm playing with this rap, man. She don't know how serious it is yet. My people, man, Baby Duck, Shotty, Big Dookie, man, the people that believe in me, dog. It's cool, man. My boy JL, KJ, my girl, she believe in the nigga, man. All that, man. We'll make it do what it do, dog.
That's what's up, man. We're glad, man. Much love to you, blessings, man, on your path, man. I hope you make it to greatness. Just to backtrack real quick, because there's so much. I don't know if you heard the controversy behind the Humble video, but like a lot of feminists have been complaining about it, saying that, Kendrick's natural hair comments and the natural appearance of a woman comments, they were saying, oh, you saying this, but yet you're, about to marry a woman who's of lighter complexion and so on. Have you heard anything about that controversy?
I haven't heard anything about that.
Okay, yeah, there's like a lot of I would say black feminists. Actually, one of our writers did a post on it. If you get a chance to read it, she did a really good write-up on it. But pretty much it's like they're complaining that men say they want natural women, but then go chase the women with the straight hair and so on. Based on that, do you have any comments on that?
I think that's just women complaining, man. They doing what they do best, man. They just, complain. I don't feel, if that's, everybody wants certain things. They can't be wrong with the man. If he wants something natural. He want real hair, no makeup, real, natural eyebrows, eyelashes. Girls do it all nowadays, man.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Yeah, man, fake eyelashes, and shave off their eyebrows to put the other ones on. And it get deep, man, but you can't be mad at the man if you want something natural.
Yeah. And that's what they're complaining is like, all right, you say you want a girl with stretch marks, and I like booty stretch marks, so that don't bother me. That's cool. I like the natural, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like at the same time, they're complaining because it's like you say this, but then you got a woman with straight hair, blah blah blah, in real life. But yeah, you're promoting this. But I'm with you, man. Like I feel like he's just trying to make a point. It's not like he's being fake. You know what I'm saying? Like. Right. It's taken out of context. But if you get a chance to read that article, man, just check it out.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'll be sure to do that, man.
Yeah, it's a crazy situation because we're about to do a whole album review on Damn on Thursday. Me and my writing partner, we're about to do a podcast this Thursday, so we're gonna see how that goes. I'm definitely gonna be referencing this interview some way. So
okay, for sure, man. That's cool, dog.
No doubt, man. So once again, man, God bless. Thank you for giving us this time. Just give us the drop one more time, like we talked about, and we're good, man.
Yeah, man. This is Maury Ruger, man, from Compton, man, or Brompton, man, whatever you want to call it, man. But I'm from Brompton, though. You hear me? But man, it's Maury Ruger, man. With I Am the Industry, man, shouting them out, man. They hold it down. Good looking out, man.
All right, man. All right, we're about to end this broadcast. We're all done.